So I made this guy. It's kind of a whim. I had a break and I wanted to make a little red sword, which I only spent 4 hours on him, and it's not that great. But the skin came out pretty good. I was happy with that and a little base. The thing I'm most proud of, these leaves. I spent all 2 minutes on them, and I feel like they came out really good. I don't know. It's weird. You take a time to do a little thing and you learn something. But anyways, here's my little project, and if it helps you with my notes, good. So this is how I did it. So I started off with some Indian Shadow from scale 75, just to get that dark layer on the skin. I'm just going to kind of work it in there, and just also using some like Kolinsky brushes that I finally got a hold of now that I'm taking painting seriously. Now that I got my base layer done, I'm just going to start working it through and just kind of mixing the two together. I didn't really have any plan. If you're going to do an army, I would recommend you kind of have a set, like, two dark to one light skin, and then 50-50, and you kind of work your way up. But for me, I was just going in, just doing willy-nilly. Like I said, I just wanted a little project to kind of get in there. And I'm going to apply what I learned from Maniac's course, just to kind of get it a little bit better. And I think, it's one of the areas of this model that came out really well. And now I'm just mixing an even lighter skin tone, which is light skin. That's it. And I'm just going to get those little edges, kind of like at the bottom of the brow, right above the cheek, a nose, something like that. And just kind of get a little bit of highlight in there. And now I'm just going to grab a medium gray. I grabbed ash gray, I believe, from Army Painter, but the colors aren't important. That's not what's important. What's important is that I'm going to go ahead and outline all the areas of the model that I want to be white, and just kind of get it done that way. And I'm going to use those to build up for the white. And I'm just going to take some of that Vallejo white and just mix it in with that ash gray and just slowly work up all the raised areas. I didn't really spend a lot of time on this. This is more of a palette cleanser. Sometimes I think when you're just working on a model, especially when you work on squads, you just need to stop and just have a little fun. And that's all I'm doing here. Just a neat little design. And I'm just grabbing that Vallejo white and just hitting up all the top areas, right? And any of the edges, like on the back of his bow, I'm going to get some of the design that's on there. And then I'm going to get like some of the ridges, so you can see those areas that I'm kind of pointing out. And I'm just going to try to use it as my brush and just make it nice. Like I said, this is just more for me. When am I ever going to use a Colexis Assassin with Eldar parts? Never. It's never going to happen. So, I don't have to be amazing. I'm grabbing some of the black ink. A black wash could do. And I'm just going to go into all his little insides and just kind of build up some of that gray. So like on those abs, I can get some of that recess. And then like on the back of the bow, the little quiver, there's going to be some in there. So anywhere I can feel like there's going to be some recesses that I want a little extra shade, I'm going to do that. Because I've already hit the model with like kind of a dark gray. Now I want to go ahead and start making sure I have the shadows everywhere I want them. Now that I've done all the shadows, I'm going to just mix it in with my Necromantic Cloak is the color I use. I'm going to use that ash gray just to kind of move it forward. And I found if you use the same colors over and over for a model, it goes pretty quick. And that was the goal here, right? Let's just kind of slowly build up these lights, and let's just have a nice little palette cleanser. So you can see where I'm going to get like the top of the abs and his massive bulge. Yeah, stupid. And then, the biceps and some of the other areas around. And now I just mix in with a little bit more gray, and I'm just slowly trying to build up those areas. And anytime you build up those areas, you can always kind of use the colors back and glaze it. I just want them to be, kind of neat, not necessarily amazing. I want them neat. I'm going to start with some Vampire Red, which any dark red will do. I will admit, looking back, I didn't make that blend as well as I could have, and it kind of sticks out to me. But any dark ray will do. You can always start your mid-tone and then work your shadows in. I decided to go the other way, but I'm going to go back to my old method where I start with the mid-tones and work my way back and forth. And I kind of missed the footage of the layering, but I think we've all layered before. Now I'm just going to start mixing in like my bright red with my shadow, and I'm just sketching out where I want his blade to kind of stick out, right, and be a little ninja boy. And then kind of so he has like a shiny metal sword. And that's all I'm doing there in the bad focus. 1, 4, 5, 6. And now we've just moved to like this, the bright red. And once again, we're just going to kind of get narrow in there and just slowly make it so it's a glowing sword. I'm doing the same thing for the bow and his grenades. I don't know why I did that for his grenades. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I did. And you gotta live by your mistakes, you know. We all make mistakes. You just gotta live with them. And then the last bit here, I'm just mixing it with the white to get a little bit of the glow. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. It was pretty quick, and I just wanted to make a fun little model. And now that I got a little palette cleanser out of me, I'm gonna sit down and really try to devote, you know, a good 8 to 12 hours in my next one. Try to make it look something special. Just make sure when you're glazing these things up, you actually take time to glaze it. Going back, and even after I glaze it, it might still look a little silly, but that's okay. I'll be okay. Anyways, I hope you have fun listening to my notes for future me. Bye.